Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. I am preacher of Bhagavad Gita and today I am going to talk about CBT, means Cognitive Behavior Therapy and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I am having Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Mahaprabhupada from ISKCON temple, and I would say that Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the most authentic book. This is the most authentic book, and this is the best book for human psychology. This is neither religious book nor spiritual book, but in true sense is pure book of the science and humanity. And I am trying to propagate a humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempted to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we all have to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita throughout our life, because we can learn, we can develop everything, we can develop our morals, values and character, everything we can do with our life. Means we can get a best way on which we have to run, we have to walk, and we will definitely reach the supreme destination. And supreme destination is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, and make ourselves free from the cycle of the birth and death. So let's start Cognitive Behavior Therapy and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita offers a valuable literature on cognitive behavior therapy. And it has also determined that focus on the removing the cognitive distortion from the mind of Arjuna and remotivating him to fight the battle by the therapist Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was therapist and Arjuna was only patience, and he wanted to get help from demotivation thing. So Lord Krishna was motivator at that time, and Arjuna, who was motivated by Lord Krishna, he was a cognitive psychologist. Lord Krishna was cognitive psychologist, and we can understand cognitive behavior therapy on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And Lord Krishna, as a therapist, transformed Arjuna's distress. Listen it very carefully. Lord Krishna preached Srimad Bhagavad Gita, entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita, within a 2 to 4 hours. And CBT address, cognitive behavior therapy address and negative patterns. Listen it very carefully. CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, which addresses negative pattern and distortion in the way we look at the world and ourselves. Lord Krishna taught Arjuna how to look this entire world, how to look our way. CBT address, cognitive behavior therapy, addresses negative pattern and distortion in the way we look at the world and ourselves. And it involves how negative thoughts or cognitions contribute to anxiety. Listen it very carefully. Our anxiety, main cause for our anxiety and our depression and our frustration, these all are only and only, main cause is only and only our negative thought. If we are thinking negatively, then we will definitely get anxiety. So if we really want to make ourselves blissful and happy life, then we have to think positively. So negative thought or cognition contribute to anxiety, and how you behave in the situation that trigger anxiety, how to behave whenever you are very anxious, and in that particular situation how to behave. If we can learn, if we would be neutral in all the condition, then we will definitely overcome from all kind of material pain. Lord Krishna said, Sukh dukhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yodha yujasva nevam papam mamapsasi. The person who is not disturbed, even there is a threefold of miseries. The person who is not consider himself as a paramount, and the person who is free from the anger, greed and attachment, only and only that kind of person will definitely make himself free from the cycle of the birth and death and free from all kind of sinful activities. And Lord Krishna further said, Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phal heturbu mate sangosva karmani. You have to perform your prescribed duty, and to do something is better than not doing anything. Lord Krishna here stated, you have entitled to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to get any kind of fruitive result of your work, of your duties. So you don't have to escape. You don't have to escape to perform your duty. So you don't have to consider as a main cause for whatever you got or whatever you will get. So CBT model, cognitive behavior therapy model of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, contains element of mindfulness, transcendental consciousness, which is far more result oriented than contemporary CBT of the modern time. Contemporary means recently CBT model. Lord Krishna expressed CBT model, cognitive behavior therapy, in means before more than 5,000 years ago. That was too much effective, and it is still effective. So as compared to this current model, means contemporary model, study confirm that a mindful and acceptance based treatment is effective. Listen it very carefully. Mindfulness and acceptance based treatment. Mindfulness and acceptance based treatment is effective compared with the weightless control. Listen it very carefully. Mindfulness and acceptance based treatment is very effective compared to weightless control, and trust, devotion, and complete surrender of the patient toward the therapist as done by the Arjuna, and emphasize on the work with pronounced by karma yoga by Lord Krishna made CBT more effective and efficient in delivering fair result. Listen it very carefully. This is too much important. Cognitive behavior therapy was primarily developed through an integration of behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy is primarily developed through an integration of behavior therapy, and behavior modification appears to have been used first by Edward Thorndike in 1949 with a cognitive psychology research. Actually, he was a cognitive psychologist, and he developed this behavior modification, and he developed this cognitive behavior therapy. And later on, cognitive psychologist research first by Donald Michelbaum and several others with a label of cognitive behavior modification in 1970s. And there was later on Albert Ills. And CBT is problem solving oriented and time limited, focus on the present, identify the distorted things and modify the beliefs, and change the thinking, behavior and emotional response of the client. What is cognitive behavior therapy? Cognitive behavior therapy is all about problem solving oriented, time limited, focus on the present, identify the distorted things, identify all the negative things which distorted our mind as well as our thought, and modify the beliefs. Whatever our predetermination, pre-belief, we have to modify. As a therapist or psychologist or a cognitive psychologist, he has to modify the belief of a particular person and change the thinking and behavior and emotion response to the client. It is based on cognitive model. The way we perceive situation influence how we feel and respond emotionally. Means how we feel and how we respond emotionally, and thought generated by the situation affect the emotional feeling. Thought generated by situation affect the emotional feeling. CBT model. And we can, means by this Lord Krishna, by Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we can learn how to behave in all conditions, how to behave in adverse circumstances. We can learn from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Dialectual behavior therapy is successfully amalgamation of CBT with a Jain principle. The epic Mahabharata, authored by Ved Vyas, dated back to 5000 years BC, consisting of 1 lakh verses based on conflict between the two groups of cousins, Kauravas and Pandavas. There was a 701 and 18 chapter in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here, I would have to say Arjuna as a patient and Lord Krishna as a therapist, cognitive therapist. As a patient, this is Pandava prince Pandava prince was veteran and great warrior of his time, and he was known for a great archer who played a proactive role in the preparation of Mahabharata war and drove to the battle with a zeal and for winning. And after viewing the warrior on the field, he filled with guilty, anxiety, and doubt. His attachment toward his loved one drove him to drop his weapon and quitting the battlefield. Lord Krishna is a therapist. When Arjuna stated, Madhav, I am not able to fight this war, because why should I have to fight with my family? If I fight with my family member, if I kill my guru, then it is something like ruin of entire family, destroying entire dynasty. So I am not able to fight, because I am associated with this moh, this enchantment, this particular kind of attachment. I am associated, I am attached. Arjuna here stated. And then later on Lord Krishna here stated, in Lord Krishna is considered as a lord in Hindu mythology. He was supposed to have a supernatural power and respected in community even by elder and Kauravas, enemy of Pandavas. And he was the relative and friend and well-wisher of the patient Arjuna. And he possessed excellent interpersonal skill and negotiation skill and hypnotic skill. He got a hypnotic skill. Psychopathology of how Arjuna got psychopathology. Arjuna was much anxious and depressed in the middle of the field, viewing all the kings, mentor and relative at the commencement of the Mahabharata wars. Verse number 29, 30, 32, 44, 45 of chapter 1 narrated the psychopathology of Arjuna. Arjuna stated, I am not able to fight this war, because my all the weapons, my Gandiva has been slipping from my hands. I am not able to fight, because and Arjuna started to cry. Lord Krishna here said, Hatva praptasya swargam titva pokshashyami mahim. Arjuna, listen it very carefully, Arjuna. Hatva praptasya swargam jitva pokshashyami mahim tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddham kuru nischaya. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddham kuru nischaya. Whenever there is a disappointment, whenever all the hopes and whenever we got a frustration, we have to think positively. We have to motivate ourselves. It is very difficult to motivate ourselves, but it is very difficult to motivate ourselves, but it is very easy to motivate others. We can motivate anyone, but it is very difficult to motivate ourselves. So self motivation is a powerful weapon in this particular thing. Atva praptasya swargam chitva bhokshasami mahima tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddham kuru nischaya. Means if you lose in this particular battlefield, if you killed in this battlefield, then you will get a heavenly planet. And if you win over, if you conquer in this battle, then you will have to you will get this heavenly kingdom of Kauravas or Kurus. Therefore, lament means you should not have to lament for anything. You should have to make yourself free from all kind of attachment and stand up and fight for the war. And after these all things, Arjuna stated in verse number 74, chapter number 18. Arjuna stated, Nashta moho smuti labda tat prasadam Krishna stitasam gata sandeha karishya vachanam tava. Here said cognitive behavior therapy. First, I want to talk about this psychopathology of Arjuna. The symptoms of anxiety explained in the verse number 29-30 as a weakness of his limbs and dryness of his mouth and shivering of the body and ghost skin, trembling and burning sensation through the body, dizziness, etc. While symptoms of depressions were recited in verse number 32, 44 and 45 in second chapter, and his preference of the death to war, guilt of killing kings, relatives, mentor and friends, unwillingness to fight and gloominess and negative thinking process, desire to quit kingdom and pleasure. So these all are mentioned about psychopathology of Arjuna. And let's talk of cognitive behavior therapy as per Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna's dilemma is outlined in first chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. which narrated his situation as the armies were about to commence the war. And whether to perform his duty and fight for his right. Listen it very carefully. Whether to perform his duty and fight for his right or quit the war in order to save the blood flow of his relative, kinsman and mentor during the war was the dilemma of the Arjuna, as recited in verse number 3 of chapter number 2. Arjuna dropped his bow, Gandiva, then turned it to Krishna for guidance, and Krishna responded to Arjuna's dilemma only when he surrendered and become receptive to his guidance. In order to get a guidance from someone, we have to totally surrender unto someone. Without surrender unto someone, we are not able to get any kind of knowledge. If we really want to learn from our teacher, we have to totally surrender. Krishna responded to Arjuna's dilemma only when he surrendered and become a receptive to his guidance. Arjuna's dilemma is a fable of our lives, in which we deal with a positive and negative thought all around in our mind. And teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita delivered by Lord Krishna lead all of us right course of action. CBT therapists, while addressing anxiety and conflict of patients, help them with a symptomatic resolution and pave a path for long-term recovery. Is in many ways similar to the resolution of conflict by Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We try to study parallel between the Gita and CBT because Srimad Bhagavad Gita means cognitive behavior therapy is directly mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter number 2. CBT is mentioned. So we have to understand these things. In verse number 40, chapter number 1, Gita associated the feeling of guilty, anxiety and depression due to visualization of the death of kinsman related to Arjuna. Due to visualization, this is totally negative feeling. This is a totally negative thought of Arjuna. An initial approach of Krishna was to motivate Arjuna by explaining the triumph and associated splendor and humiliation associated with quitting fighting. But this approach failed. Altering his strategy, Krishna helped Arjuna to identify his distorted things and modify and change his thinking and belief and emotion respond to his current situation. The cause and elimination of suffering, the level of mind and emotion respond to his current situation. So it's about consciousness, unconsciousness, it's about emotion, and it's about material association. If we are associated with sinful activities, then we are associated with material things or material. We are associated with material things. We are not able to make ourselves free from the material things. That's why we are incurring the sin. And patient perception and blaming themselves for event beyond their control appearance to be recurring them of depression, as theorized by Seligman. The Arjuna implicitly hold himself accountable for the destruction, and this explains the depression of his mind. Krishna stated in verse number 44, chapter number 2 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita to him that all event occurs due to the natural cause. Each and every event occurs due to natural cause, and association of the oneself is to mere illusion. Introduction of soul, Atma being immortal, verse number 22, chapter number 2. Means Lord Krishna here stated about Atma. Atma is immortal. Nenam chidanti sasrani nena dahati pavak. Nenam chindati sasrani nena dahati pavak. Na chen ankle dantyapo na sosati marutah. Arjuna will not be obliterate his enemies by mere destroying their perishable bodies, and relieved Arjuna's anxiety grown due to visualization of the demise of his relative. So this is mentioned. And Lord Krishna mentioned about karma yoga in verse number 47, chapter number 2. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phal hetu rabhu mate sango swakarmani. Lord Krishna here stated, means this concept is inimitable, whereby one's perform his deed in service of Lord without affection toward the reward and consequences. discouragement of an individual with the result and encouragement of right action help assess possible distress or guilt associated with the action. The focus on the deed by an individual is accentuated in the various verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and could be handy in addressing evidence as a defense. Mere renunciation and inaction done by an individual is a false following of path. Gita states perfection can be attained by only by action. Lord Krishna stated perfection only and only be attained by action. Perfection can be attained by only by action. And dwelling on imaginary outcomes, future telling, and cognitive distortion, as in CBT, was daunted by Lord Krishna, and the principle of reciprocal inhibition is often applied by modern therapies of CBT and prescribed relaxation through breathing techniques, pranayam as mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and meditation to aid calming anxiety and synchronizing the mind. And there are several similarities between Srimad Bhagavad Gita and CBT, means cognitive behavior therapy, which can be used to promote insight into one's own distorted thinking and motivate behavior change in our body, in our self. So this is all about CBT and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The intensity of effect of feeling. Listen it very carefully. Intensity of the effect of the feeling is inversely proportional to strength of mind and outcome of surrounding and circumstances upon the mind depend upon its strength as taught in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Intensity of the effect of the feeling. Listen it very carefully. Intensity of the effect of the feeling is inversely proportional to the strength of mind, and the outcome of surrounding and circumstances upon the mind depends upon its strength as taught in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. State of indecision of mind of Arjuna as the beginning transformed him in full power of confidence and concentrate decision making after CBT session taken by Lord Krishna, although the circumstances remain the same before and after of the war. Srimad Bhagavad Gita state in verse number 35-36, chapter number 6, Krishna narrate, it is true that mind is restless. Lord Krishna here stated, it is very true, mind is very restless and difficult to control, but it can be conquered, Arjuna, through the regular practice and detachment. And though who lack of self-control will find it difficult to progress in meditation, but those who are self-controlled and striving earnestly through the right means will attain the goal. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, point out that all form of problems and suffering are due to lack of full integration of life. The main cause of our problem is only lack of full integration of life. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita demonstrates the development of mind from the pathetic state of anxiety and depression to mature thinking, and interaction between the Krishna and Arjuna, Lord Krishna and Arjuna amplify the knowledge of illumination and conception of the acumen in Arjuna's and experience of knowledge, as well as a skill of therapist and receptiveness and truth, devotion, completely surrender by Arjuna to Lord Krishna are the characteristic of patience required to deliver prompt result after CBT session. Means in cognitive behavior therapy, in a CBT session, patient should have to totally surrender unto therapist, and also truth and devotion and complete surrender is required unto therapist, and therapist only can help to the patients, otherwise therapist can't help to the patient. So this is all about CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.